Hello students, welcome to Sant Tukaram National Model School. I'm your teacher Mr. Sachin Suranshi. I will be teaching you the class 4 social studies. So let's start. Just now we have started one video series regarding the landforms and water bodies. So if you want to see those videos, you can go on the YouTube channel and watch those videos. So today we are learning a very important kind of landform. So let's start without wasting our time. The fifth kind of landform we are learning here, it is the valley. Valleys, as you can see here, they are generally V-shaped. Everyone knows that valleys are generally V-shaped. But before that, we need to know what is meant by the valleys. What is the definition, or what is, in general, we can say what is meant by the valley. A valley is a land between the hills or the mountains. You might have seen many valleys, but you could not have recognized that this particular area or this particular region will be called as a valley, right? So what is a valley? A valley is any land, or you can say a valley is a land between the hills or the mountains. Generally valleys are at the foothills of the mountains and hills. Foothills means the bottom place of the hills. There you can find the valleys. The V-shaped valleys, or you can say the V-shaped region, will be called as valleys. It is always located between the two mountains or the hills. There are some places where you can find many different types of valleys. Actually, valleys are having different types. But in general, if you want to see, say in general, you can say that the land or the region between the two mountains or the hills will be called as valleys. These valleys have some features. Valleys are always lower than the surrounding land. That is, for this valley, you can see here in the image, for this valley, you are having the surrounding land as the hills or the mountains, or these hills or mountains are as the surrounding land for this valley. So it is always, these particular valleys are always lower than the surrounding land, that is the mountains or the hills. Generally, you might have seen many times that river flows through the valleys everywhere, whether it could be the rift valleys, and there are many types of valleys. There is generally a river flowing through these valleys, and many times the rivers also deposit the soil here. As you can see, we are having mountainous regions in the northern India, that is the northern mountains, that is the Himalayan mountains. There you can find many mountainous areas. So the areas in between the two mountains will be called as valleys. So ultimately there will be many valleys there. Actually, in actual, there are many valleys in the northern mountains. And as we have just now seen that a river is flowing through the valleys, and it many times this river deposits the soil in this particular area, and due to that we get the dunes. Wherever such phenomena, wherever such things are happening, that is the river is depositing the soil, so at such places, we don't call it as the valley. Actually, this area gets filled up by the deposition of soil brought down by this river, and hence we call, or this valley gets converted into the dunes. The best example is the Dehradun. That city is located on the dune. That is, that city is located on the filled up space by the river. That is the soil deposited by the river. There are so many dunes also in our northern India. So what is a valley in general? Simple definition, a valley is a land between hills or the mountains. A land between hills or the mountains will be called as the valleys. Now, there are different types of valleys, not only the land or the area between two mountains or hills will be called as valley. There are different types of valleys. Wherever river is flowing, sometimes river may not be flowing in such areas. You have given you some images here. The first image, it is just a V-shaped valley. You can say there are different categories, different types of valleys, depending upon the dimensions and the shapes. You can say what are those different types of valleys. It is first the V-shaped valley. The second one is the gorge, and the third one is the canyon. This type of valleys you are able to find on our Earth's surface. As you can see here, this Arizona canyons are very much famous with the name Grand Canyons. You might have heard it many times. It just, a river is flowing from this rocky surface. These two are on the both side of this Grand Canyon. You are having a rocky surface, and the river is eroding this surface. Okay, due to the erosion of this surface, these grand canyons have been formed. There is one another example that is made by the Kaveri River when it is flowing through the Tamil Nadu area or the Tamil Nadu state. When there are two rocks, these rocks, when river was flowing from here from so many years for a long time, this type of gorge has developed here, and we are having this another type of valley here. So there are different types of valleys, that is V-shaped valleys, gorge, and canyons. So this was the valley, a very important landform. So in next video, we will be coming with another landforms and water bodies. Stay tuned. Bye everyone.